face, it's like staring at a burning sun. Got teeth like razor blades, and you know that we're out for blood. We're out for blood. Better run, better run. 'Cause here it comes, here it comes. Better run when the wolves come out to play.
All right, hello, good morning. It's James with Remote Concepts. Got a little follow-up video here for you on my SCX6 buggy I built, Proline by the Fire. Last time you saw this rig, it was fresh, pretty, not used, not tested. It was a good idea in concept, but that was it. But now that we've proved some worth, we can go through the damage report, what did break, what worked well, what didn't work well. And the verdict so far, this truck is kicking ass and taking names. I've wheeled the snot out of it. I'll insert video from different lines. I had to keep it pretty for the show and shine at Proline by the Fire, and it was at Ryan at Shift's booth. But after that, got into it and wheeled the snot out of this thing. So you can see some of the damage we got here. It's definitely been scraped up, broke the front panel. So you can see definitely damaged the side panels. They've been put through their fair share. You can see ripped off sticker here. Both sides worked well, rolled it a few times. All the lighting's intact, still works great. Did some night wheeling with it. Tires are scrubbed in now. You can see here, tires got really scrubbed in. The foams are working well. I think they're maybe a little stiff still, but they're breaking in. Shocks worked well. Shock placement, moving the shock tower forward with the pinch and the chassis worked well. Like any other tube chassis rig, if you get this pinched in somewhere, it's definitely stuck. Nothing flexes. So we've definitely got some rub marks in the cage, but that's to be expected. Structurally, it all held together. Servo worked flawless. It's been great. Big X5 shift servo in it. Stock motor kit held up to the weight and the power in this. Second gear hooning around. So the big major thing I did break, these axles are stock internals other than diff covers. And I was last day Proline by the Fire was already over on Sunday morning, went out, and I was trying to hit really big ledges. These are known to have problems with the ring and pinion, so I did trash the rear ring and pinion, but it's now been replaced and shimmed much harder. Actually had to modify the drive shaft a little bit to get the drive pin through, shave that down a little bit, so it's ready for some more abuse. Wheels have definitely been rubbed on things. They worked great. No slippage, no popping of the beads. Overall, I'm very happy with this rig. Like I said, it was a little bit of an experiment. Kind of went off trial and error of other things I've built before, and this one worked out well. So we'll insert some footage of this running, hitting some different lines. Maybe you'll put some commentary over it, thoughts on how it did. But yeah, no longer pretty, but that's what it's meant for. And thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll insert some different footage, some nighttime footage, daytime footage from Proline by the Fire, and a little bit of commentary on how this ran. There's the first climb into this with the new buggy. One of the first big lines I found for this. This is where I was talking about getting a full-size tube rig into things and things don't flex. My first attempt here, kind of rolled it onto its side, got it pinched. So I got a second attempt here at this. Big shift servo, doing what it does. The X5 has been working great. No real complaints. Have stalled it a couple times, but also getting the truck into pretty precarious positions. So you can see working the servo back and forth, both sides, giving me clearance. You can see it was we flip around. I do kind of get the servo stalled, but it's not bad. Just pull off of it. That's a lot of work on any servo. Doesn't matter what brand it is there. Yeah, just out for a little tool now. It's a cool crack. Drove the truck up here. Just get it lined up. This next climb's kind of a little bit of a vertical wall. It's really going to test out the suspension geometry, changing the shocks around. I kind of lifted a little bit of tire, but fairly predictable. Once you get it to settle down, pulls right out. Here's some of the ledges I was talking about. Breaking the rear axle. With the boat side, you can get onto ledges a little bit easier. This still has straight links on the back, so it kind of hit the links there. But yeah, these axles aren't shimmed very well from the factory, so it's got a much bigger shim at now. But yeah, they're climbed out of there. Cool little pinch. Having the big high boat sides allows you to kind of get into that stuff. It's a cool set of ledges here. I was trying to climb out of this on the left side, but right side tire kept getting pushed over, squaring the truck up on the ledge. Not a lot of room there. So I gave it a few attempts and then just pounded it up the middle. Little bump. Fairly predictable to try and save it. I thought the weight would make it react a little faster, but I've actually been able to save this truck out of a few situations just backing off it. There, I just back it up and just pound it up the middle. There, gave it a little jump. You actually get it off the ground. Landed good. This is the top of last climb on the trail we did for San Diego Scalers. Nice big wall climbing out of there. Did really well. Here's some nighttime footage from the other night. Went out with some friends, local trail. It's kind of misting, so it's kind of interesting to see how well the tires did with tracks in here. Lighting from Chava lights worked bitchin', combined with all the laser nut pods I put on it. Really gives a cool effect. Rock lights worked well. Here I'm pounding onto a wall. This truck's fairly predictable on a bump, so you can kind of bump onto stuff and just keep it hammered down. Moving the shocks and a little bit of suspension tweaks really helped with that. Here's a cool climb. This got to drive really hard on this right side on this wall. Here the boat sides really come in handy. Having that little bit of extra side clearance just lets the truck use the tires to get in there without the body and the chassis getting all hung up. It's another cool climb into a little V-notch here. Got to drive really hard onto this wall. Truck's fairly predictable when you get it on its side, but with the weight, if you go too far, it just flops over. A little bit of line choice gets you up out of this real easy. If not, if your tires slip into this, truck just falls in. There's a cool little climb out of a little ditch here. These type of climbs like this, if the truck gets bound up in there, just stop. But yeah, climbed out here easy, plenty of room. Looks pretty cool. Here's coming down that same climb. Try and get the trucks to be predictable on the downhill as well as the uphill. You can see it's sprinkling. It's starting to get kind of wet. Not quite raining yet, but just enough to test out the tires. All right, well, there we go, guys. A little bit of commentary, some of the lines we hit. Here's some little bit of hooning action for you. Love getting some Brodies and stuff in second gear. The Super Swampers throw a bunch of crap everywhere. That's rad. You got to watch. You'll get a bunch of shit in your shoes. But, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And hope you enjoy. Got any questions, let me know. It's been an awesome project. Had some great partners with this. And truck worked the way I expected. And, yeah, having a lot of fun with it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.